a station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4.
Here's a look at today's top stories all across the DMV.
Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin pardons a Virginia father convicted of assault after his daughter was sexually assaulted in a Loudoun County school. Find out how leaders are reacting.
And it was rather soggy this past weekend, but today, for the most part, we've had drier conditions. But is there more rain on the way? Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll have your forecast in just a bit.
Plus, it has been 22 years since the terrorist attacks on the World Trade Center, Pennsylvania, and the Pentagon in Northern Virginia. Coming up, how the DMV is pausing to remember those lost on 9/11.
Thanks for joining us on this Monday for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Annalisa Gale. Let's take a look outside on this Monday. Still a little hot out there, but it is not nearly as hot as it was last week, Mark.
And we're looking outside at Roslyn this afternoon. Also, no showers in our immediate forecast as change from this weekend's wild weather. Let's get over to meteorologist Damon Matson for a first look at our forecast.
Yeah, hey guys, unfortunately, we had all that rain this past weekend that really tried to put a damper on things, especially on Saturday. Yesterday, there was a little bit more dry time mixed in, and all of that was caused by this frontal boundary that just refused to move over the last few days. But finally, it is showing signs of slowly heading east. Now, it is still close enough to the region that we have not been totally dry. Most of us have been throughout the entire day today. No worries of any sort of rainfall, especially across our western counties. But to the east, there has been some spotty shower and storm development, primarily close to the Chesapeake Bay. And at this moment, we have a little bit of shower activity down towards St. Mary's County, and the heaviest showers, they're just now pulling offshore through Anne Arundel County, heading over to the east with a little shower popping up there in the district, but nothing too significant. Any bit of rainfall that we have over the next few hours will be extremely short-lived. So it is going to turn into a pretty nice evening. Temperatures, well, they made it to the mid-80s this afternoon. Definitely feeling a little warmer today with the sunshine in place. But as we go into the overnight hours, we see those temperatures fall into the 70s, and we'll have rather dry, quiet conditions as we go into the start of your Tuesday. But additional showers and storms, they're on the way tomorrow. We'll time those out for you, and could we possibly even see some fall-like weather by the end of this week? We'll have a full check of your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin's decision to pardon a Loudoun County father whose daughter was sexually assaulted at a school has led to reactions on both sides of the aisle.
Our political and government reporter Leonard N. Fleming has been following this story closely.
And Leonard, you had a chance to see the governor today. What did he tell you?
Mark and Annalisa, Governor Youngkin says he wanted to respect the 9/11 Remembrance Day and not get into any other issues. But some would say he's igniting yet another controversial issue in defending parental rights that some say helped propel him to the governor's office. In a statement released over the weekend, the governor's office called it an absolute pardon to Scott Smith. Youngkin says Smith was wrongly prosecuted after being arrested during a Loudoun County School Board meeting in 2021. We spoke to Smith over the weekend, and he says he was angry that his daughter had been assaulted by a boy wearing a skirt in a high school restroom. This was during a time when transgender bathroom use was being debated at the school. The pardon comes as Youngkin, a Republican, is in a dogfight to win control of the state Senate in November. I spoke to Larry Sabato, the founder of the University of Virginia's Center for Politics, on the controversy and the governor's strategy.
Parents matter, the slogan, worked for him once. He got elected governor essentially because of the parents issue. So it's election time again, the Virginia legislative elections on which his career does heavily depend. He's going to have to sweep both houses if he's going to run for president or go further. He figures parents matter, can do it again.
In a statement, the governor called the charges against Smith unwarranted. Guys?
Well, Leonard, the parental rights is an issue that Governor Youngkin used, we just heard a few moments ago, to get elected 2 years ago. I mean, that's the opinion that a lot of people share.
That's true. Yes, the governor indicated that in his statement yesterday that parents matter. and that he seeks to resolve and empower these parents through these types of debates. Reporting in the newsroom, Leonard N. Fleming, DC News Now, back to you.
All right, Leonard, thank you. It has been 5 days since a murder suspect escaped a D.C. hospital, and law enforcement agencies across the DMV are still searching for Christopher Haynes at this hour. He's the murder suspect, again, who escaped police custody at George Washington University Hospital last Wednesday. Police did not have an update on the search today when asked. Now, this video was taken shortly after Haynes' escape. Haynes was charged with killing Brent Hayward in D.C. back on August 12th. He was taken into custody by a special task force in Manassas last week. Police say he was being treated for a pre-existing ankle injury at the hospital when he assaulted an officer who was changing his handcuffs. Acting Police Chief Pamela Smith admitted that 2 police officers should have been on hand with Haynes at the hospital. There's now a bounty of up to $25,000 for information leading to an arrest.
2 victims were identified in Sunday's double shooting in Prince George's County. It happened Sunday night at Livingston Terrace. Police found 28-year-old Charles Oxley and 30-year-old Lamont Oxley shot at the scene. The victims were family members. Charles Oxley died at the scene, while Lamont Oxley later died at a hospital. A $25,000 reward is being offered. If you have any information, you're asked to contact police. And dozens of 9/11 memorials across the DMV. Today in Arlington, first responders held a wreath-laying ceremony to reflect, honor, and remember. And neighbors and county leaders and first responders remembered those who responded and lost their lives on 9/11 more than 2 decades ago. The county held a wreath-laying ceremony and a moment of silence at 9:37 a.m. to commemorate the exact moment the plane struck the Pentagon, taking 184 lives. We spoke with one of those responders who risked their lives that morning.
Certainly it is important to remember this day, not only because of what happened here, but because of what we can accomplish in the future by learning from all of this. Our young people who weren't even alive when this happened are able now to carry the torch for us in building a better future for everyone.
And there are still events taking place throughout the day to find out how you can honor and remember the victims in person or virtually. Just head to our website at dcnewsnow.com and search 9/11.
And looking ahead, New York's Ground Zero will soon host a performing arts center that pays tribute to the lives lost in the September 11th attacks 22 years ago. The Perelman Performing Arts Center was envisioned 2 decades ago. It's meant to add more vibrancy and life to an area that's been tied to death and destruction for so many years. It comes after plenty of financial roadblocks and changes in leadership and design.
The Performing Arts Center is life.
Every decision that we make in ways in which we want to connect with the community, we want to bring in as wide of a range of artists in the space, is rooted in the fact that we are on such a sacred ground within the World Trade Center.
The curtain is set to rise on Tuesday, September 19th. And starting today, closer to home on Metro, riders will see trains more frequently during rush hour. DC News Now's Lex Juarez is at the Foggy Bottom Metro station with more on what you can expect on your commutes.
Well, it's a great way to start the week for Metro riders, hearing that WMATA is increasing service times. Well, this is the 11th time WMATA has increased service since last summer. Riders can expect trains to come more frequently during morning and evening rush hours on all lines except for the orange line. And this is going to shave wait times down on each line. Between trains, riders are going to wait about 2 minutes less. Red line riders will see new trains the most frequently, with 5 minutes between each train during peak times, and the longest that anyone will be waiting for new trains to come up will be 10 minutes. Metro General Manager Randy Clark says he hopes more and more people will choose to ride the Metro with these changes in place, and riders who take the Metro every day say it's exciting to hear this news.
It's great. It makes it a lot more convenient and reliable for people that are going to work or going to school.
But right now, this is the most train service WMATA has had in its almost 50 years in the region. And WMATA also reporting that ridership is continuing to climb. They say they will be keeping an eye on that and adding more service as they need to. However, we're still not back to where we were pre-pandemic. In Washington, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
All right, Lex, thank you. A commuter alert in West Virginia's Eastern Panhandle. Highway construction crews were surveying U.S. Route 340 near Harpers Ferry today as they prepare to start a major road construction project. Dangerous rock slides have been an ongoing problem in that area for quite some time, and crews will work to stabilize the rock ledges above the highway. Route 340 will be closed for 3 months as the work takes place. All traffic will be rerouted over a 22-mile detour to Route 671 in Loudoun County, Virginia. Information on the detour is available on the West Virginia Department of Highways website.